Quantifying risk of habitat loss in GOGA salt and brackish marshes due to sea level rise, a geospatial analysis study at the University of San Francisco's Geospatial Lab by Eri Shimizu and Inintsua Rakutuarisauna. The Golden Gate Recreational Area, also referred to as GOGA, overarches three counties which are Marin, San Francisco, and San Mateo counties. San Francisco Bay Estuary, which is included in the GOGA, is listed as one of the most important wetlands in the world under the United Nations Ramsar Convention. Marshes are a type of wetland which provide many important ecosystem services. They help maintain water quality through nutrient retention, help with groundwater replenishment, and have carbon sequestration capacities. They also offer flood protection to our coastline infrastructures in the case of extreme events such as storms or hurricanes. Marshes are also reservoirs of biodiversity as they provide habitat for many species.
Over 3,000 plant and animal species are recorded within GOGA area, including 37 species that federally listed as threatened or endangered, such as California clapper rail, the salt marsh harvest mouse, and snowy plover, which have been observed within marsh habitat.
However, these valuable ecosystems are currently threatened by sea level rise. The IPCC's 2018 report warns about the ramifications of a fast-warming planet and highlighted the need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to avoid warming above 1.5 degrees Celsius. There are two causes of sea level rise. The first cause is due to a chemical process known as thermal expansion, which is caused by the warming of the ocean's waters. The second cause is the increase of melting of land-based ice, such as glaciers and ice sheets. Indeed, the faster global temperatures rise, the faster sea level is also expected to rise.
Some marshes could migrate landward progressively to adapt sea level rise. However, some marshes, especially those located in low-lying areas such as the San Francisco Bay Estuary, will not be able to migrate fast enough, or even worse, there will be no space to migrate to because of urbanization. When this happens, we talk about a coastal squeeze that will result in marshes disappearing.
Therefore, our objectives are the following: to quantify how much of GOGA's marshes will be flooded by sea level rise, to find out which marshes are subject to a coastal squeeze, and lastly, to assess whether current wetland restoration projects are located in areas where marshes are most at risk of being inundated.
We use these four types of dataset for our project. To analyze the effect of sea level rise on coastal marshes, we create a model to process the vegetation distribution and sea level rise projection dataset as displayed. Then we intersect these layers.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, or NOAA, estimates that global sea level will increase by 1 to 4 feet by the year 2100. The NOAA created several future sea level rise scenarios which follow these estimations.
Our result indicated that the San Pablo Bay and San Francisco Bay marshes already will be inundated with only 1 feet sea level rise scenario. We identified two main locations, which had a high risk of potential marsh inundation due to sea level rise. The first location is in San Pablo Bay, in the marshes north of San Rafael. The second location is situated in the southwest of San Francisco Bay, just about Redwood City.
A total marsh area of over 370 million square feet is estimated to be flooded in the next 100 years. This is when sea level rises at the highest NOAA projected scenario of 4 feet. This area is equivalent to 6,463 times a football field. In other words, this represents an estimated total of 70% of all GOGA marshes.
Unfortunately, San Pablo Bay and San Francisco Bay marshes that were identified earlier are located next to highly urbanized areas. Therefore, when sea level rise, these marshes will undergo a coastal squeeze, which causes habitat loss and the loss of marsh species. In conclusion, the current wetland projects in the GOGA are not located in these two identified locations, as large amounts of marshes are predicted to be inundated in the next 100 years. Therefore, there is a pressing need to engage in restoration projects in these locations in order to avoid the disappearance of these valuable ecosystems.